Konnichiwa. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my Japanese Carnivore Diet channel. We are doing 30-day Carnivore Challenge, and today is day 30. And I'm going to share with you this miracle, wonderful drink that I encountered. I'm taking this drink for 1 week. And I have so much things I want to share with you, so many things I want to share with you, because it's really a game changer for me. It is the butter coffee, but for some of you, you may not like coffee, then you can make a butter tea or butter matcha. So I'm going to first talk about how to prepare it. I'm sure you know it, but just briefly. And then I'm going to share with you the 3 best things happened to me when I drink this special butter drink for 1 week. All right, here we go. では始めます。So first of all, I'd like to go over how to prepare it. So many people, you heard about butter coffee. So here is the coffee. And the one thing I realize is it's important to have a good quality, but also fresh coffee. I used to like Nespresso coffee and the Godiva coffee, but I was thinking they were made from their factory and they ship to the store. I don't know how long it takes. I'm sure they are world renowned and a trustworthy companies. So I'm sure they are good in terms of quality control. But once I learned about these local coffee roasters, I live in Los Angeles, and in Los Angeles County, in the city of Pasadena, we have 2 coffee roasters, and we have one famous one in Orange County. So among those 3, so far, this is my favorite, the Jones Coffee Roasters in the city of Pasadena. And this particular blend, the Madison blend, is my favorite because I don't like too strong acidic coffee, but when it's too dark, that's a little bit too much for me. So this Madison blend for me is just the right, the medium roast, and it's not too acidic. But again, this is my personal preference. And my point is, regardless of the coffee, I think it is very important for you to get if you can have a local coffee roasters, that would be great. If not, you can Google it and maybe you can get this Jones coffee roaster in Pasadena, California, and you might order online. And for those of you who don't like coffee, then you can have tea, like a Darjeeling tea. But again, I don't know any local tea house where the store owner is the tea enthusiast and he or she travels all the way to India or Ceylon to personally buy the tea. So usually, as far as I know, the teas come in tea bag and then maybe they were prepared in those local factory or wherever. So I'm not sure those tea can be as fresh as coffee. But anyway, that's your personal preference. And also, I am Japanese, so we have Japanese green tea. And in Japan, those are matcha tea powder. It doesn't come in this kind of thing. See, because it says, can you read? Organic sweet matcha. So sweet matcha meaning they already add sugar or other chemicals. You can read it here to this one. And unfortunately, if you live outside of Japan, this is the best you can get. But when you are in Japan, we have established famous tea manufacturers or tea houses, and they have hundreds years of history. My favorite is Ippodo. they are in Kyoto. So when you go to Kyoto, there are so many traditional, not this one, traditional tea makers. And those come in a very tiny, about 100 grams of a tea tin can. And that's the real, genuine, authentic Japanese tea powder. Sorry, I didn't prepare it before making this one. But this video is mainly for uh, all of you who lives outside of Japan. So this is maybe the best you can get. At least it's a USDA organic certified. But make sure, read the label and stay away from those sweetened matcha drink. So how you make it? I suggest you invest in a blender. See, I'm a cheap person. So this blender I got from Amazon USA. The retail price is about $80, but they had a special, like a limited time offer, whatever. I get it for $30. But the one thing you have to be careful is this is made of plastic. That means you cannot really have a hot, fresh brewed coffee here, because coffee can be about 90 degrees Celsius to 100 degree. That's the boiling temperature. And this is plastic. And then also plastic, meaning all of those rubber, get parts may not be made to last if you use it, the high temperature liquid. So what I would suggest is first prepare your coffee or black tea or matcha, you know, in your regular cup. So that by doing that, I would say the temperature will drop from 100 degree boiling temperature to maybe 90 degrees. Sorry if you go by Fahrenheit, because in Japan we use matrix. So I go by matrix. So maybe 90 degrees to 85 degrees. And then you pour your coffee or tea or matcha here. So by then, maybe around 70 to 85 degrees. But again, make sure you read your owner's manual, because I also wanted to buy like what do you call it? Much smaller blender that you can carry with you when you travel. But that one says don't use hot liquid over like 60 degrees or something. So even though you transfer, maybe for sure you will still get 70 degrees. So just be careful. So anyhow, you put this one, and then the butter. You know, all of us in the States, we know this brand, right? Kerrygold Pure Irish Butter. And why this is good? Because it's a grass-fed cow. You are what they eat. So if they raised by grass, that's good. But if they are raised by grains, then it's not so good for us. So anyway, and then we can buy this big size at the Costco USA. Yes. So this is what I get. And MCT oil. And again, organic MCT oil, I was told it's made from coconut oil. So there is a process to make it here. So if you really care about the natural, of course you can take natural coconut oil, or I also like coconut cream and coconut milk from Trader Joe. So, whatever you like. And then you pour this and here. So just to make sure all the rubber is not damaged by your hot temperature liquid. You make it just like a NutriBullet. Then you just blend it 5 seconds. And then you have such a creamy, creamy drink. All right? For this, because I was making hot coffee into this plastic blender. As I said, always make it on your cup first. So one cup of coffee, about 200 to 300 cc. And again, if your blender is plastic, make sure your liquid is not scorching hot. See, I keep touching, make sure it's not too hot because I don't want to damage all the parts. So then you put this grass-fed butter, 1 tablespoon, but to your taste. If you like more butter, that's fine. But I think just about 1 tablespoon is good enough. And this day, when I shoot this video, I didn't have MCT oil delivered yet. So I was using coconut cream from Trader Joe. And again, it's about 1 tablespoon, but you don't have to be exact, just eyeball it. I use this tablespoon and I make it like that. So no sugar, no sweetener, only butter and the coconut cream or MCT oil. See, I kept touching because I just want to make sure it's not too hot to damage the blender parts because they are all made of plastic. Okay. And then you blend it maximum 5 seconds. Instantly you would make a nice smoothie, foamy drink. It is so delicious. I heard about this butter drink many, many years ago, but back then I thought you just put butter over black coffee without mixing or blending. And actually, to tell you the truth, it wasn't that yummy. It wasn't that yummy, but I kept drinking because I figure it's good for you. See, when you use a blender, it's so nice. So I don't have to go out and buy cafe latte or cafe cafe latte or frappuccino anymore because it's so easy and yummy butter coffee. And again, if you don't drink coffee, just substitute with black tea or even matcha powder. That's so good. And then also, I'd like to get your attention. It's so easy to clean the blender. I used to put the water and a couple of drop of dish detergent, and make sure when you put the water, make sure your water level is higher than the blade, okay? And then you just turn it on just 1, 2 seconds. That's it. And then you just rinse it off. That's all. It's so easy. And if you want to enjoy some variety, this is what happens. So either coffee, tea, doesn't matter. You can add unsweetened cocoa powder. Of course, you can add like a chocolate syrup, but chocolate syrup has a sweetener. So I like this one. Again, this is the Trader Joe. Hey, sorry, I'm not making any money or I'm not Trader Joe's affiliate, but I like Trader Joe. So this cocoa powder is, I think, unsweetened. And then also, here's another one. Ta-da! You can also add cinnamon to your butter tea or butter coffee. And here, vanilla essence, you can add this one too. So chocolate flavor, cinnamon, vanilla, unfortunately, they don't go with Japanese matcha because matcha is much, traditionally, we don't put any of these in Japanese tea. So outcome. So this is what I want to share with you. I haven't read his original book. I learned about it from my Japanese Nikkei newspaper online article. They mention about Mr. Dave's butter coffee because you have to use blender. So anyhow, so he called it bulletproof butter coffee. I called my drink because I use coffee or tea or matcha powder. I call it, to me, it's a miracle butter drink. You know why? There are 3 miracle things happen to me. Number one, you don't feel hungry anymore. So that's why the other short video I call it Sayonara to hunger. I don't feel hungry at all. As I say, I only drink a cup, about 200 to 300 cc of this butter drink with my breakfast. Oh my God, I don't feel hungry until almost dinner time. So this is the thing. In Japan, these days, people promote, we call it, petite, like a French word, petite, fasting. And what they recommend is from your previous day dinner until your first meal of the day, either breakfast or lunch, they highly recommend you to have fasting at least 12 hours. If you can, up to 16 hours. But see, so for the breakfast, if you just have this butter coffee or butter tea or butter matcha, then you can go on like 16 hours, no problem from your dinner yesterday. So that's one good thing because many people fail their diet or weight management program because they feel so hungry or starving or craving, right? But so funny, this butter drink, just the 1 tablespoon full of butter and either MCT oil or, to me, coconut cream, amazing. The same cup of coffee or tea or matcha drink, I don't feel hungry. So that's one. The second best thing is bowel movement. No constipation. Well, I don't have a constipation myself, but even with a lectin-free diet and the Japanese style carnivore diet, I'm not a traditional beef and butter carnivore. I'm kind of a seafood and some other things. But anyhow, my carnivore diet, sometimes I still have to have a black coffee or tea to stimulate my GI to have bowel movement. But it's funny, I'm drinking this butter drink for 1 week, and already I don't have to rely on black tea or coffee or caffeine in the morning. I wake up, I go to bathroom right away before my breakfast time. To me, that's amazing. And then, when you don't have constipation, your skin complexion is good. Now, number 3, this is the real miracle happened to me. What that is, it happened from the day 3. Of course, individual results may vary, but to me, it happened day 3. What that is, I became calm, just like a Buddhist monk or a Zen master. I am so calm. I don't get irritated or upset or those negative things doesn't bother me anymore. It's so amazing. I don't know what's the chemistry happening, chemical reaction happening in me from day 3. I have become so calm and peaceful. So, I have an Apple Watch, and my favorite app is the mindfulness, the 5 minute, just a meditation, pay attention to breathing. And boy, that one, but again, this butter drink really, really makes me feel calm, feel like I'm a Zen master. And if you remember what the genius Einstein said, Mr. Albert Einstein said, the weak people retaliate, the strong people forgive. And he said, but the wise people ignore. So I always wanted to ignore, especially those negative energies or negative people, negative words, things, right? But now with this butter drink, I can ignore. I'm so peaceful. I feel great. So that's why I call it, to me, that's a miracle butter drink. And those are the 3 best things I wanted to share with you. Okay, so that's all for today. We exchange energies. That's a genius scientist, Nikola Tesla said, we are energies, we constantly interact and exchange our energy. So I hope my love and friendship energy reach out to you and you give me back your energy too. Thank you so much for those over 285 people. So kind. They subscribe my channel and I really enjoy your positive comments. I really feel we get connected because I'm in Los Angeles. I'm Japanese, but I'm in Los Angeles and you are other part of the world. And boy, we feel we are already friends because we have one common thing. Our common goal is wellness and health. You might be doing traditional, very strict carnivore diet, or you may not agree with carnivore diet. I'm using kind of a loose Japanese style carnivore diet, but we have different approaches, but we all share the same goal: love, well-being, happy life. So really, I highly recommend you just invest this blender. Amazon's Black Friday sale is coming up, and just try this butter drink, tea or coffee or matcha, whatever. Wow, I hope you feel the same calm, peaceful mind like I do. This is amazing drink. All right, that's all for today. Thank you. See you next time. またね。さよなら。バイバイ。